Good morning, guys. It's Luke here. Welcome back to another podcast. Today, we're talking about an update that has just rolled out with iOS 17.2. It's a really helpful one. What's surprising is it actually will help a lot of devices, even the iPhone 13. So not even just the most recent iPhones, also some older models. We'll talk about that in detail. And there's a nice little update to Google Maps that personally I know I'm going to use this a lot. And I know a lot of family members will also use it too. So I'll talk to you about that one as well. So let's quickly jump in and just talk about what's happened with this update to iOS 17.2. All right, guys. So you probably will have noticed that right now, if you go into your settings on your iPhone, in the software update section, iOS 17.2 is now available. And with this, we get an update to the way that wireless charging actually works on your iPhone 14 and iPhone 13. So basically, when Apple created these devices, the magnetic charging ring or MagSafe setup that they used was actually what's called Qi2. So basically, what would happen is if you went and brought a Qi wireless charger from another brand that wasn't Apple, so maybe Anker or Belkin or something like that, these wireless chargers would still work. They would connect with the MagSafe ring, but unfortunately, you would get slower speeds. You'd only get 7.5 watts charging speeds. And the only real way to get that fast wireless charging of 15 watts was to go and buy the official MagSafe charger from Apple. Now, I own the MagSafe charger from Apple. I love it. It's a great device. It works really well. But I also own a couple of other wireless chargers. I recently just got the Belkin 2-in-1 MagSafe charger for my desk, and it's a really good charger. I love it. It also charges your AirPods, and it gives you the option to rotate your iPhone so that you can have the clocks and stuff working when it's in standby mode. But there's an article on The Verge right now, and it's just talking about with the update of iOS 17.2, it just means that a number of brands that have Qi 2 and have MagSafe will be able to charge at the 15 watts, which is a much faster charging standard. So personally, what I'd recommend, if you've got an iPhone 13 or iPhone 14, you definitely want to do the update because it will roll out that faster charging speed. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's available for the iPhone 12. You're still going to be stuck at the slightly slower speeds, which is a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, if you're going to buy a charger, like a MagSafe charger, maybe for your car or maybe for your desk, like I did, just make sure that it's got that Qi 2 compatibility so that you're getting the best possible charging speeds. I can't tell you how much I love the MagSafe charger. I actually haven't physically plugged my iPhone into a charger in probably 12 months. I just, go to bed each night, lean over, and the MagSafe rings line up, and it just charges overnight. It's a massive time saver and convenience thing. I just love it. I also actually brought a MagSafe case for my Pixel 7, so I can also use MagSafe charging on that too. So definitely a win in my book. So guys, with Android Auto and Google Maps on iPhone and Android, if you're a user like myself, so I don't travel a lot. A lot of my work is done at home, which I do enjoy a lot. But typically, if I go on a trip somewhere, I'll park in like a multi-story car park. And, if you travel to a major city or a new location, one of the things you often forget, I do this, I'm really bad, is you forget where you put your car. And you kind of have to backtrack a little bit to be like, oh, I think it was that street and near that location. And you have to, basically work backwards in an effort to find where you parked. If you have ever lost your car in a multi-story car park, you know what I'm talking about here. This happens. I went to a major shopping complex once, not far from here, a couple hours away, and it was a really busy time of the year. And I can't remember what I went there for, but it doesn't really matter. And we had to park right at the very top of this multi-story car park. And we came out, and it was such an enormous car park. I could not, for the life of me, remember what floor we'd parked on and what zone and what color we were in. And I think it was my son who actually remembered where it was. And we walked around for about 20, 30 minutes and we eventually found it. But Google obviously knows that this is a pain point for a lot of people. And they've now added an option inside Google Maps where you can save your parking. It's like a toggle that you turn on. And when you're at the end of your trip, when you reach the location, it will put a pin at that location and just basically remind you where you've parked. So simple little thing, and I love this. What's interesting is I didn't actually know this. It's actually turned on iPhones in Apple Maps. I had no idea, but you can do this now in Google Maps as well, which means, if you're an Android Auto user, use it in the car. It's going to be a really helpful feature moving forward that, all you got to do is just go in and toggle it on. So very, very handy indeed. Now, just one other little quick thing, guys, just before I round out the episode. I was reading an article this morning. It looks like Facebook has actually just made an update to Messenger, and it looks like chats inside Messenger are now end-to-end encrypted by default. So that's a really handy feature, guys, because if you're like me, I talk to a lot of my friends and, family and business colleagues and stuff on Messenger. And it's just peace of mind knowing that nobody's reading my chats and nobody can hack in and steal information. So just a nice little update there that I thought you might be interested in learning about as well. One other thing I just wanted to mention is I've been using Beeper Mini now for a couple of days, just tinkering, just seeing how good it is. There's a really good video if you want to go and check out how the actual technology works. There's a great video from Snazzy Labs on YouTube. Very detailed, talks about everything, how Beeper connects with the cloud and how this service works. Very interesting. But in my opinion, I think it's definitely the best iMessage Android app I've used. It's seamless, it's fast. I have no issues with anything. There's no bugs. Apparently, there's one thing missing, and that's when you get a notification in the shade. It looks like you can't reply directly to it in the shade. In saying that, there was an update that came out earlier today for the app. Perhaps it fixes that. I haven't actually tested it, but that's kind of really the only little issue that there is. So just thought I'd mention that before we finish off the show. All right, guys, thanks again for listening. Really appreciate it. I'll see you all next week. Cheers.